Welcome to Out Loud, a comedy podcast where I talk with queer comedians about identity as well as just talk and shop about the comedy community. I'm your host, Corbin Willmorth, and I'm here because, well, what comedian just doesn't have a podcast nowadays? Alright, welcome to another mini episode of Out Loud. We're doing a Minisode because let's just say that I've had a week. I was fully intending on having a podcast guest this week because I did reach out to someone. We sat down, we had some DMs back and forth, and as I was going to go out and meet them, but as I had stated in a previous episode, I'm currently without a car because my broke ass can't afford to get it fixed. So I've been relying on the Spokane transit bus system, and I don't know what it was, like a combination of like something wrong with the bus itself, and then also the town that I live in, right as you leave town to get onto the highway to go into Spokane, there's these like train gates, like the train railroad crossing gates, and they were malfunctioning. So literally, like, there were cops there trying to like reroute traffic. And after like 45 minutes of like waiting, they're like, yeah, this bus isn't going to be going through anytime soon. I was like, well, son of a bitch. And so like I had DM'd the person and said, hey, we need to reschedule. And we do have a rescheduled. It should be for December 8th at 5:30 to 6, somewhere around that time. But because I was just like stuck on the bus waiting, by the time they had finally cleared the issue and the bus was able to go, it was like 30 minutes past the time I was supposed to meet with this person. So there really was just no way in hell we were going to be able to like get it done. So all of this is just a really long-winded way for me to say that we're doing a mini episode this week. I was planning on doing this mini episode next week, but we're doing it a week early. So in this episode, I'm not going to be sitting down with any comedians. I'm going to be sitting down with my fiance, and we're going to be playing this little game that I came up with where we take queer-coded characters in media and deciding whether or not they are truly queer-coded or if we as a queer audience are projecting queerness onto them. And before you say that that's a thing that just doesn't happen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I spent the better part of my formative years trolling through Tumblr. So yes, it does happen. This is a misophonia warning, by the way. All right, so I am here with my fiance.
Hello.
Are you excited for this?
Sure.
Okay, so one thing I'm just going to ask you up front. As someone who has been a lot more involved in like fandoms and fandom culture than I have, like, don't get me wrong, I've had my fair share of middle school Tumblr days, but like you are like actively involved in fandoms more than I am. Mm-hmm. How would you personally describe queer coding?
The way I see queer coding is like just giving a character certain traits that make them kind of seem queer. Like, I don't really know how to explain.
You're good. So like the way I've always seen queer coding is that it's like for instance, like say like a character in like a TV show, the writers for the show very, very clearly want this character to be a queer individual, but won't confirm it.
Well, that is one way to see it. The other way I see it is kind of like certain creators of shows will want engagement from different demographics of people. And so for like queer coding characters, or sometimes queer baiting even, they will just make a character that seems queer to appeal to that demographic.
Right. Like, for instance, BBC Sherlock.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people say, is it Sherlock and Watson, or is it Sherlock and Moriarty that are the queer baiting?
Both. It's like different aspects.
Mm-hmm.
You got the gay roommates.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates. How Google describes queer baiting is, or queer coding specifically, is Queer coding is a storytelling technique where characters are given traits or behaviors that suggest they are LGBTQ+ without explicitly stating it. It has been used historically to hint at a character's sexuality or gender identity when explicit representation was not allowed due to censorship, like the Hays Code in Hollywood. It can be used positively for nuanced representation or negatively to reinforce stereotypes, often portraying queer-coded characters as villains.
Like Flambe in
the
Dispatch game.
I was about to say the gay superhero game that you're obsessed with right now.
Yeah. That.
Okay, so basically what I have here is I have a list of characters who are who are, according to some Google sources, some Reddit sources, and even some people who emailed the show, these characters are fully believed to be, by these demographics, to be queer-coded. This is a little game that we're playing right now. And I'm going to read this list off to you, and I'm going to have you tell me if you believe that genuinely these characters were queer-coded, or if people have just been projecting the idea that they are queer-coded onto these characters.
Okay.
Some, joke, funny, haha is expected here, but then also, if you want to give a fully nuanced opinion, go the fuck off.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
Ready.
Number 1, Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
I mean...
A lot of these characters are Disney characters, by the way.
Wasn't she literally based on a drag queen?
Oh, fuck, what,
I can't remember her name, but I'm pretty sure she was literally based on a drag queen.
Was it the drag queen from Pink Flamingos, where it's like, kill everyone now.
Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit.
Condone...
No, I don't.
No, not her.
I don't think so.
Not her. Are you Googling this right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think this character is genuinely queer-coded and not just people projecting?
I don't know if... Well, because drag doesn't necessarily mean queer, though. Well, Divine.
Divine.
She was based on Divine, but, yeah, no, drag doesn't necessarily correlate with queer. It's more of an art form, right?
Right.
So, you can be a straight man and still do drag, and that doesn't make you queer.
Okay. Okay.
So I wouldn't say she's a queer character. I just think she's inspired by drag.
Heavily drag-inspired, you would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, number 2. And again, like I said, a lot of these are Disney characters. We have Scar from Lion King.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely? You say absolutely?
He's like the cunty gay uncle.
The cunty gay uncle who's just... You know, the cunty gay uncle, I just want to kill my nephew.
The evil stereotype is there,
I want to kill my fucking nephew so I can usurp my brother's throne. King shit.
It's just the time it came out. What was it? 90s?
96, I think.
Disney was still pretty big on villainizing gay people in media, and so you'll see a lot of stereotypes in their villains that are kind of gay themed.
Okay.
More or less.
Can you pass me a Dr. Pepper?
Anyway.
Sorry, you got the cherry Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite shit.
It's the good shit. Anyway. No, but Disney's been pretty bad about, making queer-coded villains, and Scar is definitely one of them that kind of fits the mold.
Okay. Alright, next we have Jafar from Aladdin.
I don't really see him as queer-coded.
So you fully think this is people projecting, then?
Yeah, I've never really seen him as queer-coded.
Yeah. Alright. Now, Achilles. The famous Greek myth of Achilles. So here's my thing, before you say your thing. I feel like this is projecting and not actual queer coding.
So, again, we don't really know quite well if... I mean, there's been a lot of stories and stuff what's it called? Song of Achilles.
Yeah, Song of Achilles.
Where they reference potential gay relationships between Achilles and Patroclus. However, what I do know about Greeks in general is it was quite common during times of war for male soldiers and their
brothers in arms
to have relations with each other. So I don't know per se if it's projecting, but it's definitely a very common thing that happened back then.
Because like my thing is that I fully believe that like in history as well as just like Greek culture, especially ancient Greek culture, there is some grounding in reality where there is a possibility that Achilles is gay or queer, and like this is a queer-coded character. However, specifically just from Madeline, I think her name's Madeline Miller, the author of Song of Achilles.
I think so.
The fact that she wrote a gay smut novel where Achilles and Patroclus like sweaty, passionately fuck like over the course of the book multiple times makes me feel that like the Achilles that we see in modern pop culture is more of someone that they're projecting, like...
Well, and see, so I wouldn't call that book a smut book, first of all.
I would call it a smut book.
There was maybe 2 sex scenes in the entire book. It was...
5.
Okay. Regardless.
Masturbation scenes count as sex scenes, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, well, listen. What I will say is it was definitely more heavily focused on the romance aspect of their relationship and the growing bond that they had versus the sex thing. The sex thing was there, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely more focused on their relationship than just sex, so you cannot call it a smut novel if it's heavily based in romance. But I do think there's some truth to the fact that Patroclus and Achilles were lovers.
The next person I'm seeing is Ayo, A-Y-O, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't really know this character.
I also don't know this character, so I am not going to comment on it.
Okay.
Captain Hook.
I mean, again, are we talking Disney Captain Hook, like Disney animated, or overall Captain Hooks?
I'm gonna say the Disney one.
Like the Disney animated one?
Yes.
Or the, like, Hook movie one?
I'm gonna say Disney animated.
I don't really know per se if I would consider him queer-coded. There are other iterations of Hook I would consider queer-coded, but it's not that one.
I don't know. I think Hook's like gay as a $3 bill.
Well, inherently speaking, pirates were pretty gay to begin with, so like it kind of just tracks in general.
If you've seen Our Flag Means Death, you know pirates are gay. They are so fucking gay.
I mean, it's just kind of a thing that was a thing. But I feel like the animated Hook I would not consider to be queer-coded. Perhaps the one from the movie Hook, kind of. And then the 2006 Peter Pan movie, abso-fucking-lutely.
2006 Peter Pan movie.
You haven't seen the 2006 Peter Pan movie?
Is that the one where it's like
That's the one that's most true to the book.
I was gonna say, isn't that the one where like Peter like kidnaps Wendy's daughter Jane?
No.
No, okay.
No, that's the one. That's the live action 2006 Peter Pan movie that is most accurate to the book and is arguably the best Peter Pan movie.
Okay, I'm gonna say no, I haven't seen that one. If it's on any streaming service, we'll look into it.
Okay.
We'll definitely do that for our next movie night. How's that sound?
Sure.
If we can find it, that's going to be our next movie night.
Yeah, but I say a lot of the time if there's a pirate character, they are queer-coded.
Okay. Now this one is a bit of a controversial one. Elsa from Frozen.
I just don't see it.
My thing is, I don't see it solely because I remember the drama, like when that movie first came out. like, you know the bit where it's like, Anna gets frozen, but they're like, oh, only an act of true love can unfreeze Anna, and then, like Elsa, like, cries over, like, hugs frozen Anna and cries, and then Anna gets unfrozen, and it's like, oh my god, it was an act of true love. And then, like, a bunch of, like, fucking Christians were like, oh my god, they're promoting lesbian sex in a Disney movie. And it's like, no, it's not, they're fucking sisters. Like, they are, like, there is a sisterly love. Like, what the fuck how did you get lesbians over a woman crying over her potentially dead sister? How the fuck did you get that?
And I will say this about that movie. Frozen's a great movie. It is probably one of the first movies I've seen that has not had the female lead have a love interest. And I think that came at a very opportune time in the world where they just wanted girls to realize that, or whoever made the movie, really wanted to promote the idea that you don't need a man to do shit. I don't see Elsa as any form of queer, though.
Valid.
If she were queer, I would say ace.
You'd say asexual?
Mm-hmm.
Arrow ace or just ace?
Arrow ace.
You'd say arrow ace?
Yeah. I haven't seen her show any interest in romance in any of the movies.
Alright, now, him, the Powerpuff Girls. I'm going to go back to say what I said about Captain Hook, gay as a $3 bill.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I know for a fact, because Powerpuff Girls was one of my favorite shows as a kid. That's a queer-coded character.
Yeah.
It's, again, going back to that trait of, or that trope of villains having traits of gay people. It was a thing in the 90s, early 2000s.
John Constantine. This character is not queer-coded. He's canonically fucked King Shark. Like,
yes. No, like, John Constantine is not straight.
No,
there is nothing about that man that is straight. It is canon that he has had male lovers.
Yeah, that is canon. That is canon. He has fucked dudes. Both as the top and as the bottom. Like, both, like, pitching and catching. Like, this is not a queer-coded character. This is a fucking bisexual icon, and you will put some respect on his fucking name.
T.
Alright, now, Jughead Jones from Riverdale.
I can kind of see where some people, specifically with the Riverdale show, not so much the Archie comics, because the Archie comics is a whole different story.
Right.
Specifically with the Riverdale show, I can see where some people might associate him with, I don't know about, like, gay or anything, like, as a gay man, because obviously Veronica was his partner, his love interest.
I've seen some people say Ace. Like, not Arrow Ace, but just Ace with Jughead.
I haven't seen anything of that. I have seen some people associate him with possible transness.
Okay.
But I haven't seen anything about the Ace thing.
See, now, my problem is that, I only ever watched the first season of Riverdale through and through. I did not watch the rest of it, like, religiously or watch it all the way through. Mm-hmm. That's solely because after the first season of Riverdale came out, I was introduced to this drinking game. Where what you do is you watch the first episode of a season of Riverdale, get absolutely shit-faced, and then watch the final episode of a season of Riverdale, mm-hmm. and then have to try to connect the dots to figure out how the fuck we got there.
Okay.
So I have never actually seen enough Riverdale to, like, confirm whether or not I believe these characters are, like, queer-coded or not.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know that there's definitely one gay kid who fucked a Southside Serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Like, that's all I know that's canon.
Yeah. I don't think Archie's very queer. Or not Archie.
Jughead.
Jughead's very queer-coded.
welcome to the ad break. And as always, I just want to start this off by talking about how much I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening every time I put out an episode. It means a lot to me, honestly. And I was looking at the analytics today, and this is just before we get into the ads. I was looking at the analytics today, and I saw that apparently, aside from like 20 different states, I've reached like one listener in Jamaica and one in the United Kingdom. So it's good to know that we've, on a small scale, gone international. I want to give a special thanks to my fiance for kind of indulging in my bullshit and doing this podcast episode with me. I love you so much. As always, the best way you can show your love for the show is to, get the word out there. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell, anyone who you think would be interested in a podcast where an anxiety-ridden queer comedian sits down and talks with other possibly anxiety-ridden, possibly not anxiety-ridden queer comedians as a way to kind of get word of mouth out there about who these comedians are, because I believe in my whole heart that while queer comedy is not something that is like underrepresented, but I feel like queer voices in mainstream comedy spaces is something that is vastly misrepresented, underrepresented, whatever word I'm looking for. Also, make sure you check out the show on social media. We have a TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You can look it up under at Out Loud Comedy Podcast. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are the only social medias that the show has. So if you find like a profile specifically for this podcast on any other social media site, don't follow it. That's not me. If you happen to be a queer comic just anywhere out in the world, no matter what like skill level you are, how many years of comedy you've done, please email me if you want to be on this podcast. You can also email the show too if you want to show appreciation, or if hell you just want to tell me how much the show sucks. I understand. Feel free to email us at outloudqueerpodcast@gmail.com. You can find me personally on social media at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads. I think it's just those. I think that's it. At CJW_comedy. You can find my YouTube at just CJW Comedy. And you can find my Bluesky, which is a thing I have, at cjwcomedy.bsky.social. Oh, and another thing I do now have is a Facebook page. You can find it under Corbin Willmorth Comedy. Or I'll just have it linked in the show notes. That works too. Another thing that you can do that'll really help out the show is to support me on Patreon. There you can listen to ad-free versions of the show, see early access videos that I'm putting out, anything like that. And if you join the highest membership tier in my Patreon, you're able to tune into periodical live streams. Anyway, so I do have one show that is planned for this month, and that is going to be on Tuesday, December 9th. You can find out more information about that on my social media or on my website. Fuck, I keep forgetting I need to plug my website. My website is www.cjw-1.odoo.com. Or you can just look in the show notes because it'll be linked there. That said, I do believe that tomorrow, the day after this episode is uploaded, the Openly mic is going to be happening at the Q Lounge over in Spokane. So if you want to see what queer voices are doing comedy, specifically in the Spokane scene, I would highly recommend that you go there. If I do decide to make any open mic appearances at any other venue, please check out my social media because that's where I'll post it. Well, anyway, that's going to be all for the ad breaks on this episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and please stay tuned for the rest of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Specifically, Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth.
You know?
From the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series.
Yeah, I've played the game.
I know, I just feel like for audience clarification.
I see it.
You see it? I don't know, as a former pro gamer,
What are you talking about?
maybe they had an experimental phase in college, but I don't think anything went past that. Phoenix Wright, for sure, canonically straight, he has a child.
I mean, you can still be queer and have a child. You just can't be straight. You can't be gay. You'd have to be like bisexual.
Well, I'm specifically talking about just Phoenix Wright. Miles Edgeworth, on the other hand.
No, that man's fucking gay as shit.
That man is cunty as shit. You cannot convince me otherwise.
I don't think Phoenix Wright is straight, though. If I were to look at this character, not knowing anything about him, just watch him for, one moment and see how he acts, that's a bisexual man. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. Gojo
Satoru from Jujutsu
Gay,
Kaisen.
gay.
But now the question is he queer-coded, or are we projecting?
No, motherfucker, his relationship with Suguru Geto, that's so gay.
Regina George from Mean Girls.
I feel like she's just a straight woman.
You feel like you feel like that's projecting?
Mm-hmm. She may have experimented, who knows?
Okay, this is one email I got. You cannot convince me that Mulder and Scully from X-Files is a T for T trans femme relationship.
Okay, now hold on a minute. Because actually, I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
The way they act, no. That's T for T for sure.
They're for sure T for T. Mm-hmm. Okay, go. Dean Winchester? No.
Now, hear me out. That's a closeted bisexual.
No, I think it's projecting. And the only reason is because out of the two of us, I'm the only one who saw Supernatural to completion.
Yeah, but we all know. I mean, even, what's his name? Misha Collins.
In that series finale, Misha Collins was pouring out his whole Cass Ussy into professing his love for Dean Winchester. And Dean Winchester basically just looked at him and was like, ha, and rejected him completely.
You can't say that.
I'm gonna censor it, but I was on a roll. Either way.
Well, I mean, listen, we've all heard about this ending. Mm-hmm. However, multiple people from the cast said it was supposed to be different. I'm pretty sure Misha Collins and Jensen Ackles both said it was supposed to be different. But because it's, fucking CW or some shit?
I don't know if it was because of CW. I've seen some people say it's because of, the CW blocking shit. And I've also seen some other people say, because that season was filmed during COVID and everyone was, 6 feet apart.
They couldn't do,
And, literally, it was, when they had multiple characters in one scene, it was literally, they just had, the actors, read their lines in the room, and then have the actor leave, and then another actor come in and read their lines in a room. And, shit like that. So, it's, Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins weren't able to play off of each other's chemistry. Mm-hmm. I've seen some make that argument about that scene.
But no. I'm sorry, that's a bisexual man. There's no way.
So you think that character is actually queer-coded and is not projecting in any way?
Yeah, no, he's closeted, but he's definitely queer-coded.
Okay. Someone said Velma from Scooby-Doo. They confirmed she's a lesbian. That's not queer-coding.
Well, isn't it the theory is that it's all one big polycule?
That is a theory, but the email I got specifically says Velma.
Yeah. But
so we can only talk about Velma.
Fair enough.
It was one of the animated Scooby-Doo movies where literally, Velma is, crushing on a woman.
Which one is that one?
It's I think it was like Trick or Treat Scooby Doo. It's the one where they actually had like Matthew Lillard voice animated Shaggy.
Hell yeah, love Matthew Lillard. But yeah, no, there's no way.
There's no way. Someone says Lisa Simpson.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I don't know. I don't think I should be
That's also a child. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. I don't think I should comment on like a child,
even if it's a character.
Even if it's one, a cartoon character, and two, a cartoon character that has been that same age since the 1980s.
Yeah.
So even though they should be like a full-grown adult at this point, like I'm not commenting.
Plus, isn't there like episodes of Adult Lisa where she's in a straight relationship?
Even if she is in a straight relationship, that doesn't mean that she's not bi.
That's true. But still.
Betty DeVille from Rugrats. The twins' mom. Here, I have a photo of her right here.
She kind of looks like a lesbian, but can't judge that based on stereotypes.
That's fair.
Does she have a husband?
She does have a husband, but that... So this was one theory that I liked, was that, it was a lavender wedding. The mom's a lesbian, the dad's gay, they got together for tax benefits, and then they adopted some kids.
Did they adopt them?
I don't fucking know.
I thought she gave birth to those children.
You think I know the lore of Rugrats? And even if she did give birth to them, it was obviously artificial insemination.
Yeah.
It was. They were turkey baster babies.
It's not really something that happened a lot in the 90s, but you know.
Okay, no. What the fuck do you mean Joey Tribbiani from Friends?
Remind me who that is.
He's the one who, like, every episode is, like, fucking a different woman.
Let me see him. He could be bi.
You think he... No, I don't think... No.
I have not seen a lot of Friends.
I've seen every episode 3 times. That's because I'm a mediocre white man.
I hate Friends.
I was, like, a teenager when I first watched it, and then the other 2 times I watched the series through was just as background noise to, like, have on while I was, like, doing chores.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
Either way, no, that is 100% projecting. Sam Puckett from iCarly?
No. Can't see it.
Yeah, I also can't see it. Definitely. Well, I don't know. They always say, like, you know, like the tomboy.
Maybe I know the stereotype. I got the same shit before I came out.
Yeah, like the tomboy pipeline. Mm-hmm. Jesse and James, Team Rocket from Pokemon.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Absolutely.
Mostly James.
Mostly, honestly, agreed. Mostly James. Merlin and Arthur from Merlin.
Yes.
Wait, you've seen Merlin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. How am I only just now learning this?
It wasn't a favorite.
No.
I only watched it when I was like 14.
God, no. Now I need to get my sister's reaction. I'll text her later. Ryan Evans from High School Musical. That one is confirmed gay.
Yeah.
Because, what is it? They did like a sequel series called High School Musical, the series.
Plus, I keep thinking about that one particular scene from, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, where he and, is the guy's name Chad? The other basketball player that's not Troy Bolton.
Corbin Blues character?
Yeah. There's one particular scene from, I think it's the second movie, where they literally swapped outfits for no explained reason.
So, I don't know about that. But what I do know is that in High School Musical, the series, which is like the sequel show, I never watched this, but I saw clips on TikTok. Fucking Ryan, like some of the members of the original High School Musical cast show up to like direct like the new musical or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know the plot. I just know that the original characters showed up. Mm-hmm. At least the ones that Disney could afford. Anyway, fucking Ryan has a husband.
Mm-hmm. As he should.
And then Corbin Blue is a wife, but whatever.
Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta pull up the thing I'm talking
You're
about.
pulling up the clip?
Here, so there's this, right?
Okay, so you're showing me the photos.
So I'm showing you the photo of the clothes they were wearing in this one particular thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And then later, you see them sitting together like this, wearing each other's clothes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Moving on. Miss Grotke from Recess.
Maybe.
I don't know, she has, like, kind of, like, BIPOC Miss Frizzle vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I can kind of see where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Shigo from Kim Possible, totally gay.
That is, yeah.
Gay is a $3 bill. That is...
You really gotta stop saying that.
Is that offensive?
It has negative connotations.
I was not aware of this.
Gay as in $3 bill originated because with the word queer used to mean just odd and weird.
Okay.
So there's no such thing as a $3 bill. The situation can be imagined to have been quite odd.
Okay.
It just used to have negative connotations.
Okay. This was not something I was aware of. I just heard someone say it the other day, and I was like, ooh, that's fruity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stealing that. But anyway, so Shigo, yeah? Absolutely like a BDSM Dommy Mommy.
Yeah.
Alright. Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. Not, well, ish.
Ish?
I never, thought of her as queer. I more thought of Willow as queer.
I was gonna say, I definitely...
Why are you saying Buffy when Willow's right there?
Someone said Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. You can go fuck yourself. But
He's just autistic, but not in a good way.
some people have tried to make the claim that autism should be included in like the LGBT umbrella.
I mean, no, but I will say this. A lot of autistic people are queer.
Yes, but that
doesn't mean that autism needs to be included in the LGBTQA.
Yeah, that does not mean that being autistic makes you queer, but a lot of queer people are autistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's correlation, not causation.
Yeah.
So that was the list that I had.
Okay.
Is there anyone that you can think of that you wanna talk about, whether or not they are like 100% queer coded or people are just projecting?
I guess while we were on this topic, because we were talking about Dispatch earlier, I've had a lot of people comment on Flambe. Again, Flambe, obviously very gay, but that's not really queer coding at that point because he's canonically gay. However, it's going back to the negative connotations of gay people being bad and evil.
Gay people being villainized.
Yeah. And how he's kind of a bully and treats Robert like
Okay.
I think we needed... Just commenting on the fact that we really need to do something about getting rid of that trope in media because it's really harmful to the queer community.
Yeah.
Gay people are not inherently mean. That needs to be something to go away with.
Is there anyone else from that Dispatch game that you love that you would think is queer coded, other than just Flambe?
Sonar straight as shit. Malevolent kind of gives me big lesbian vibes.
Waterboy.
Waterboy, I think he might be.
Fuck.
Robert's a closeted bisexual.
Sonar.
Sonar is straight as fuck.
He just seems gay because he snorts so much cocaine.
I don't think he ever seems gay. Hey?
I don't know. He gives me like club gay on ketamine vibes.
I don't see it.
That's because you didn't grow up in Snoqualmie. Anyway.
No, I grew up in fucking Nebraska.
You grew up in Nebraska, which is worse. You grew up in a 300-mile, length by width cornfield that is famous for Charles Starkweather and Brian Stars, and that's it.
Quite fucking literally.
Quite literally. Is that really all that came out of Nebraska? Corn, Charles Starkweather, and Brian Stars?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. Wasn't Kool-Aid invented in your hometown?
No, it was invented in Kearney. No, Hastings.
Okay.
It was invented in Hastings. There's a whole fucking museum with the exhibit dedicated to Kool-Aid.
Okay. What other fun Nebraska facts you want to bring up on the podcast while I have you here? Defend Nebraska, I dare you.
Carhenge.
Carhenge, that is one that you've told me. There's like multiple different Carhenges across the U.S. I believe there is one in,
But Nebraska was the first.
I was about to say Spokane. There's one in Washington. It's not in Spokane. Anything else?
Oh, our Capitol building looks like a penis.
That's maybe the gayest thing we've said on this queer comedy podcast.
It literally does. It's just one tall tower with two short buildings on either side. It is quite literally called the penis of the prairie.
Fucking suck my Nebraska Capitol building. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Hope you tune into the next one. Please do me a favor and check out the show notes. There you're going to find our guest's social media as well as the stuff of my own that I'm plugging. I would like to give a shout out to my friend Morningstar for being the one to actually make the profile image for this podcast. Do you know of any other queer comedians that I should contact to see if I can get on this podcast? Let me know and I'll see if I can hunt them down. My name is Corbin Willmorth. Thank you for listening, and as a reminder, make sure you don't keep your head on straight.